Dom here from Essential RC. Thanks for tuning in for another flight test. This is the RC Era C138, a scale Bell 206 RC helicopter that I have reviewed before, the blue scheme, but the blue scheme that you see on the box there. But what I've got here is the red scheme. Very keen on anything red, as folks who follow the channel will know. But yeah, this is the red scheme. But to cover from the start, this is a very easy to fly RC helicopter, but because it's not a proper collective pitch RC helicopter, it is made so some of us mere mortals can just focus on gentle flight and making it look good, and not the stress of, you know, figuring out the difference between positive and negative pitch, having the ability to fly inverted or do TikToks or funnels and all of that type of stuff, because I'm not interested in that. I just like the ease of flying this type of scale RC helicopter. It does come with everything in the box that you need to fly it, less the 4 AA's that you need for the radio transmitter. You can order it with 1, 2 or 3 flight batteries. I'd recommend go for 2 or 3, and then you can just recharge after your first flight and keep having fun, keep going. Although I will say the batteries do last quite a long time, maybe 7 or 8 minutes in my experience, and they take about 40-45 minutes to charge up. The other thing to point out with this is that it has an optical flow sensor underneath, which when turned on helps to stay at the same height, altitude, and to hover over the spot. You can turn that off by holding down the right trim switch slider, and it'll beep, and then the tone, and then the light will flash on the transmitter indicating that it's off. You can do the opposite to turn it back on again. But for smoother flight, if you want to achieve that, then that is sometimes the best thing to do. Anyway, in the box, what do you get? Let me just open it here to show you. So you obviously get some instructions, which are actually very good and easy to follow. That's everything in the box. So you've got the helicopter itself, which is all pre-assembled. All the scheme is on it, the stickers and everything. You don't have to do anything except put the battery in it. You've got a spare pair of blades, but having knocked the blades with other helicopters, other RC era helicopters against the wall, they're very robust, quite hard to break them actually, and you would have to go a long way to damage them and need to put those on. Your batteries are here. When you do get it, there will be one battery in the helicopter, don't miss that, and the others are here. You got your radio transmitter, put 4 AA's in that. I'll show you what's on that in a minute. You get your USB recharge lead, because there's a USB-C port in the side of each of the batteries, and you get some tools should you need to replace the main blades, and a spare tail rotor blade as well. Good, I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. So let's have a close-up look at the helicopter itself. So there you go. I think that looks even better than the blue scheme for me. Los Angeles Fire Department RC helicopter looks fantastic. Turn it around the other way. How about that? I really like the look of that. I've no doubt it's going to fly as well as the blue one. You've got a little light on the front as well. The good thing about the light is it's constant, and it's on while you're flying it until you go low on battery voltage, and then that will start flashing to indicate that, so you know you should land. Okay, let's have a close-up look at the transmitter. So same as last time, you got the sticks for control of the helicopter, and it flies almost the same as a drone really. If you've flown a drone before, it flies in exactly the same way. On-off switch, you got your trims switches, and so I said for this one, if you hold that down for 3 seconds, then it will turn off the optical flow sensor. And you've got takeoff and landing button, and you've got 3 speeds. So I'm inside here today I'll do an outside test in the near future like I did with the blue one, but inside you want to go low, probably in this kind of space. If you're in a sports hall, you could go up higher, but if you're outside, then you could take advantage of the faster speeds, more pitch, more roll, more your control, so you can throw it around a bit more. But we'll just do some gentle hovering and gentle manoeuvring for this flight test today. Here we go. Right, so turn on the transmitter. You'll notice that the light is slow flashing. That means it's waiting for the helicopter. So battery going into the helicopter, push. Make sure the clips on either side are engaged. They are, and then try and keep your hands out of the way of the blades at all times, and then turn on, hold it down. You'll see the light is flashing at the front. Then on the transmitter you go up, down, and you'll see that light has gone solid. So has the light on the helicopter. So that means that the transmitter is talking to the helicopter. We're ready to go. Let's fly. So to take off you can use the button. So to take off you can use the button, or you can put the sticks to the bottom outside. Doesn't really matter. So always good to start off with a really gentle flight to start off with. That's good. But now let's turn off the optical flow, because I could sense, you know, that as it moves, say, off the table and to the floor, there is a change in what it's seeing under that optical flow sensor, and it does interfere a little bit. So let's turn that off. Done that. Light's flashing, indicating it's off, and let's go again. Which means you have to trim it a bit better, interestingly. So let's do that. Quite difficult to trim it indoors, but I'm nearly there. That's better. It will never hover over the spot completely. It will always drift a little bit, but that's much better than it was. And you need to trim it in with the optical flow turned off. That's good, that's much better. Yeah, and it's not, you see, optical flow off, it's not interfering with my flight, and I much prefer that. Outside it would probably be, optical flow would be better because you're going to be over flat ground, but inside you're going to be moving across a table, furniture maybe. It's going to interfere a bit more. So there we go, that is the RC Era C138, a 1/33rd scale Bell 206 RC helicopter. Flies really well indoors and outdoors. Outdoors on a 5 to 10 mile an hour maximum windy day, you'll have good control of it. But I think that looks brilliant, and they've made it so easy to fly. For anybody who's new to RC helicopters, you could pick this up and you could have a lot of fun with it. So the link for this is in the video description and the pinned comment if you'd like to look up the price. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Essential RC. Bye.